Good afternoon. This is Brad Weber. Welcome to Local Umbrella Live. I'm here at the beautiful Attorney King IQ podcast studios in gorgeous Coronado, California. And I have a very special guest today. I'm going to read a little bit of her bio, but it's so long we're going to put it on the podcast at the end because this young lady's accomplished a lot. So first of all, Shyanne Smith, welcome.
Hi,
I'm going
thank
to
you
read
for having me.
You're welcome. I'm going to read a little bit about all the wonderful things you've done. Actually, I'm not because my notes just went, Sarah, my notes went off. So I'm going to have to start over. Anyway, we'll tell people about what Cheyenne's done, but read the whole story afterwards. It's pretty long. But basically, I want to give a little background about how we met. I was honored to I print a magazine called Young Black and in Business here in San Diego. It's a gorgeous magazine and a wonderful organization. And I was invited to present and speak at a conference they had out at Saquon Casino, one of our sponsors, about a couple, 3 weeks ago, I guess. And I met Cheyenne there. And it turns out you found out the night before that you were speaking there also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were both a little surprised at that event, but it was a great event, wonderful people, very inspiring speeches. And I was just amazingly impressed when you got up and talked about not only what you've done, but the way you delivered the speech. And I was reminded right away of Amanda Gordon at the inauguration. That was just I was so blown away. Like I think most of the people that saw it were of how impressive that was. So anyway, that's a high comparison. Sorry, don't want you to put it under pressure, but
Thank you.
anyway, I thought you were amazing. So let's just let people know about you. I know you live here in San Diego. You're 17. You're a senior in high school, but tell everyone where you go to school and maybe a little bit more about, you know, where you've gotten to this point and some of the speech you so eloquently shared.
Okay.
Tell us about that.
Okay. Well, hi, my name's Shyanne Smith. I'm a 17-year-old high school senior. I go to Health Sciences High and Middle College. I'm a 4.0 student, and I'm currently a certified licensed drone pilot. I have my Part 107 license, which allows me to fly commercially. And yeah, I'm an active member at Shadow Mountain Community Church, and I just like to do a lot of things around the community, including Young, Black, and in Business, and I'm my brother's keeper. So, and I'm glad to be here today. Thank you.
No, it's just really amazing what you've accomplished at your age. I remember I was telling your mom a little bit about when I was your age, and I kind of grew up in the middle of nowhere, and I didn't really have any counseling, and it was great, but grew up on a farm, so as you go to school, you come home, get your work done. And school was almost a secondary thing, and college was a very secondary thing. But you've got your plans laid out. I mean, you know exactly what you're going to do, pretty much. Journalism's one of them. So, but you just have you've built such a foundation to your life at 17 already. It was incredible. But tell us a little bit more about not only the things you've done, but what you're planning on doing, what life's, the next couple of years and the next 10 or 15 years is going to
Okay.
hold for you.
Well, I actually just got accepted to San Diego State University.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if that's where I want to attend, but I also applied to UCSD.
Mhm.
And after that, I hope to attend Howard University for my master's degree, and I hope to pursue a career in journalism.
Oh, good. Well, that's what got her here because we're always looking for great journalists in the publishing world. So we talked a little bit about that, and we'll talk about that more later. But tell us about the drone. It's so cool. You and some other students learned how to fly drones. Basically, tell us who taught you, what the whole program encompassed, and a little bit more about that.
Okay, well, this past year, I got the opportunity to be a part of a program called Girls Take Flight, and it was ran by the Elementary Institute of Science. And they took 9 girls, and we got to be a part of this program where they taught us about the importance of drone usage and what drones add to society.
Hmm.
And they taught us how to fly drones, how to code drones, and they helped us study for our Part 107, which is an FAA exam, basically just allowing us to fly commercially.
Wow.
So when we passed that exam, we earned a stipend of $2,222 and a certified drone pilot's license. So that
Wow.
was really cool.
So is there more you can share about what people don't know about drones? Because I think a lot of people are like me. They see them, they hear about Amazon delivery with
Mhm.
drones and drone and real estate, photography and stuff like that. There's a downside too, and that worries me honestly is, I live out in a beautiful home and I see a drone flying over. Can people spy on you and all that stuff? So I don't know what you learned about that part, but that's to me that's very interesting to learn. What you don't know.
Yeah, it definitely is interesting. As far as spying on people, one thing that I did learn is that that is illegal,
Good.
and there are many restrictions and certifications that you have to go through to legally fly.
Mhm.
Um, so to prevent people from spying on other people.
So if you're flying a drone, like if I get I go buy a drone and I say I can figure this out. I watch a YouTube video or whatever, and I think I can fly a drone, and I get it up in the sky. I'm breaking the law doing that, right? I need a license to actually get it up there.
Um, kind of.
If you know, okay, kind of,
So you need a license to fly in certain airspaces.
okay,
In other airspaces, you can just fly without a license, but
okay,
if you are flying for money, so if a business
oh,
hires you, then you need a license, or if you're flying over a certain altitude, which for us is 400 feet, or if you're flying in a certain airspace, then
okay.
you need a
So if
license.
you see the people at the beach with drones all the time, and
Yeah,
I
they're
might be
fine.
one of those, they're fine.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
not breaking the rules, I
So
don't
they're not real. It's
think.
not really dangerous as far as hitting someone or something like that. They're
If you know
fairly
how to do it, then
okay.
yeah.
At their own risk. Okay. Well, that solves that problem. So I
Yeah.
can go get one now, but
Yeah.
not that people want me having one. Um, anyway, sorry. I'm sorry, Sarah. I can't read this. Oh, I guess. Excuse us really quickly. I got an emergency note. Oh, did I say 17? My mistake. Really
No,
screwed
that's
stuff
okay.
up.
I actually turned 17 next month, so
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna delay this. Watch this next month, and I'll be correct, and it'll all be anyway. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, six. Well, she's seems like she's 25 to me. The way she's so mature. So anyway, so what are you going to do with the drone? Back to the drone stuff.
Yes.
What are you going to do with that? Anything in particular? It's just another one of the more learning processes you're going through life.
I'm not exactly sure yet. I do know that I want to incorporate drones into whatever I end up doing,
Mhm.
but I'm not 100% sure how I wanna do that yet.
But you're licensed, so you could go out tomorrow and let's say a realtor wanted to hire you to go take a drone photo of a new listing. You have the skills and the license to actually do that now.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That might be something we could use too. We deal with a lot of real estate agents,
That
so
would be great.
well,
Yeah.
that'll be fun. So anyway, okay. What else besides drones? What's your other current passion project?
Well, I've always loved literature.
Okay.
Literature has had my heart for as long as I can remember. I love writing, whether it's creative writing, narratives, just about anything.
Mhm.
So,
Great. I think I mentioned outside about our guest we had. When was it? A couple months ago when you had the young kid from Scholastic Kids Press, and he was so inspiring and made me think of you too. So
thank you.
there's such um, amazing young people out there that do such incredible things. It's inspiring to because you hear about the bad stuff all the time, but there's
Yeah.
so much good out there. So um, you're a senior in high school.
Yes.
So next, I heard you had kind of a light schedule next year
Yeah.
because you're a senior,
Yeah.
but yours is real light. But anyway, what are you going to do to fill your time with extra activities next year, if
Well,
you know?
I hope to continue volunteering at Shadow Mountain Community Church, where I'm a missionary,
Mm,
and I do a lot of public speaking there, and I just love being there. So I hope to spend most of my time there. I would like to just get involved in like many different
mhm.
organizations. So
Like nonprofit?
yeah,
Do you have a passion as far as kids or pets or food or homeless or anything like that? Or you
um,
just like to help?
I like to help in like a bunch of different areas, but I do feel really passionately about homelessness. I
Oh,
feel
good.
like that
Yeah,
hurts my heart a lot, and
I
that's
think it,
definitely something that I want to help
yeah.
in whatever way I can.
Well, it's a very complicated issue, and we all should take a little more, I think, of our lives and think a little bit more about it. And so thank you
Yeah.
for that in advance. So,
Thank
and you
you.
also said you want to be a journalist. So
Yes.
we talked a little bit about, I mean, how do you? I know you're going to go to Howard University in a few years
Yeah.
to get a master's in journalism,
Mhm.
maybe further from that. But between now and then, what do you have plans to do something specifically, or just keep writing? You said you written all kinds of different things. Do you have any plans between now and let's say next year? to do
Um,
anything specific, or just happens?
no, no plans specifically, just to stay involved writing in whatever way I can, and yeah.
So what do you do for fun?
For fun? Hmm.
You don't have any time
Um,
for this is fun, right?
yes,
Yeah,
this is
everything you do
fun,
is fun.
definitely,
Yeah.
but I like to travel. My
Okay.
favorite place I've been to is New Orleans.
Oh,
I also like San Francisco a lot too, so,
sure.
yeah,
Well,
and I
I'm
like
sure.
hanging out with friends and family.
Yeah, you have lots of friends, I'm sure, and you have how many kids are in your school?
My school is pretty small, so we have about I wanna say about 600
Okay.
kids, yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about the school? Because I know your mom's a
Yes.
principal, and
Yes.
she's here with us. Hi. And it's really impressive. I wasn't aware of it. I gotta admit, I wasn't aware of it until I met you and
Yeah.
looked into it and heard your speech and talked to your mom. And, so tell us about, the name of the school, where it is, kind of a little bit more about the school, because
Okay. Well, the school I attend is Health Sciences High and Middle College, and it's a charter school located in City Heights.
Mhm,
And its main focus is to get children involved in like what they want to do when they get older. So they offer internships to Sharp Hospital,
mhm,
or an internship training with the fire department, or an internship training with the police department,
right,
or college classes.
right.
So right now I'm currently taking college classes. I'm taking public speaking, which I love.
Yeah, you've aced
And
it, believe me.
and it was just a great transition to high school because my mom was the principal of my middle school, and my middle school was also a charter school called Holly Drive Leadership Academy,
Mhm,
and its focus was to get children exposed as well. So, but in a different way. They specialize in classrooms without walls, so they believe in field trip based learning where we would learn something in class and then we would get the opportunity to go outside of the classroom and see it.
right.
And I feel like that has enhanced my learning in so many ways.
Yeah. That makes sense, yeah. And
Yeah,
you mentioned, we talked a little bit about, you did an internship at Sharp Grossmont, right?
I
So
did.
tell us a little bit more about that and what you did there and what you learned and what you accomplished, and your reaction to it.
Okay. Well, I got the opportunity to do an internship at Sharp, and I was in the pulmonary department, which is the lungs, and I got a chance to learn how to take vitals and how to answer phones and just anything that they really needed me to do.
Mhm.
And it was just an amazing experience. I have so much respect for those working in the medical
Yeah,
fields, even though that's not exactly my passion, but I was definitely something that I enjoyed doing at the time.
yeah. I think a lot of industries are like that, but healthcare is, I have it close in my family, but it's I never thought about it until I, like you, got back there and saw what they do, and the stress they go through and
Yeah,
the responsibility they
definitely.
bear. Every person that comes in is a family member, and there's a lot of responsibility and detail to that you've got to come through for these
Yeah.
people, so they're on stage all the time. So thanks for being a part of that,
Yeah.
and
Thank
I'm
you.
sure that's going to, add to your life experience also. So
Yes, it
anyway,
has.
well, we talked a little bit about, our business. So I want everyone to know that, I'm going to twist Cheyenne's arm here and try and get her to write some articles for us. So if
I
you
would
see
love
her in
to.
print, it's because I forced her to do it today. So that was part of the price to pay to come on the show today. But anyway, I say the same thing over and over again, but it's you say what you feel, and what I feel is I'm inspired. I
Thank
think
you.
you're great. I think it's inspiring not only to us old people, but also the other students, going to school and looking up to you and seeing what can be done. I think the community's, has so much to be thankful for that you're a part of it.
Thank you so
And
much.
I can see, I'm so inspired to watch you and see where you go next year and the year after that and the year after that. And eventually you get to Howard
Yeah.
and do it, live your dreams there. So anyway, anything else you want to, let people know about you, or should we wrap it up? I don't want to miss anything. Sometimes I
Oh,
forget to ask something. So feel free.
um, I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. I would
Anyway.
just like to tell other, young people that opportunities are out there. So just to look for them because I'm no different than they are.
Yeah.
And I just got a chance to be in all of these amazing experiences because I went after them.
Mhm.
And that's something that I would encourage for other young people. Even though it doesn't seem like the cool thing to do at the time, it
Yeah.
definitely enhances your life in so many different ways, and I've had so many different doors open, and I'm just so grateful for that. So I would really just encourage young people to get involved in whatever you feel interests you, and maybe things that don't even interest you, because you
Exactly.
might find a new interest in
Yeah,
them.
walk the walk and the path will find you. Sometimes you just gotta go out and do things, and I know from an older person that kinda missed some of those, if I look back and go, "I wish I woulda done that when I
Mhm.
wish I woulda done that." You're doing these things, and that's great. That's a great message for the young generation to you can't let the years go by. You gotta jump in and get the stuff done when you have a chance, and I know it's kinda hard to feel and get and understand sometimes, but it's very true. So,
Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing your story, for inspiring us all.
Thank you so much for having me.
I look forward to staying in touch with you and becoming your
Yes,
friend.
I do too.
That's our show today. Thanks so much for joining us. I want to thank our sponsors, Attorney King, of course, Aquan Casino, Nikki Rottens, IB Fitness, Wilsey Asset Management, and did I miss someone, Sarah? Did I get them all? Oh, well, thanks. That's our sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't have a show. That's Local Umbrella Live. We will see you next time.